In today's marketplace, it is absolutely essential that you have a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is your supercharged full content dossier of your work experience, your education, the various projects that you've been involved with. And it is the social media platform that is trolled on a daily basis by recruiters, by employers that are looking for somebody to fill that opportunity within their organization. My name is Lachman-Doucet, and I have coached and mentored thousands of professionals in the preparation of their LinkedIn profile. And it is my pleasure to share with you the 6 absolutely essential components of your LinkedIn profile that are necessary for you to get recognized, and then 6 additional components of your LinkedIn profile that'll take you from that superstar category to super stellar category to ensure that you're really recognized. And if you watch to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you one additional tip to make sure that your LinkedIn profile doesn't become a dead end. Now, before we get going, remember to click that thumbs up icon if you hear something that you like, and click the subscribe button and that bell to get notified of future content by Projerra. And share this video with your friends. I'm sure they would love to benefit from the practical and pragmatic perspective of Projerra. Okay, so let's get going. The first thing you need to do to create your all-star profile is to have a nice professional profile shot. You need to make sure that you have a nice head and shoulders shot with appropriate lighting, perhaps a good solid background, at least something that's not overly obtrusive. You need to be wearing professional clothes. Don't include friends, family members, pets in your LinkedIn profile shot because this is supposed to represent you in your professional manner. The second component of your online profile is your tagline. And it's got to be something that's representative and has some zip and some pizzazz. You want to get something that makes an impression. Think about your personal brand. What is it that sets you apart from the others in your industry? If you're an independent consultant, you'd like your tagline to represent your independent brand or that specialty that you consider yourself to be a consultant in. If you are currently a student, then represent something that is your future career goal or the subject that you have studied. If you are currently employed and not interested in searching for new opportunities, then by all means, you have your current job title as your tagline. But if you're employed and searching for something new, that's when you want to consider having something that's a little bit more branding oriented about the skills and capabilities and the professional mannerisms that you're bringing to your search. The third component of your all-star profile is your About You section. This is your profile. This is where you can describe something that's unique, those characteristics that are special to you and that would really make a future employer interested in recruiting you. Recognize that LinkedIn is a giant search engine. Recruiters are often looking through LinkedIn and they're putting in keywords. You want to have keywords in your About You section as well as in your tagline that match those searches that recruiters are performing. The fourth component of your all-star profile is your work experience. And this is where you can put a lot more detail than you do in your resume. Of course, you need to identify the role, the company, when you were working with that organization. I've seen a lot of profiles that just leave it at that. They're blank. Take advantage of the space that you have and describe the role that you had. But don't just describe what you did. Quantify and qualify what you actually accomplished in that role. As an independent contractor, there's some debate about whether you should list every single contract in the work experience section or whether you just generally list your company name and leave the contracts abstract. I'm of the opinion that as a contractor, you do want to list those independent contracts because it's important for you to describe the breadth of what you have done and the breadth of your capabilities. So go ahead and list all those contracts out. If you're currently an employee, make sure that you reference every single promotion that you have had. It's important for you to illustrate that you have had successive levels of additional responsibility and additional capability. There's nothing worse than looking at a LinkedIn profile that said, hey, this person's been with the company for 10 years and they're still in the same job. You want to show that you've had some progress. There's also an opportunity in your work experience to qualify and quantify the organization that you're working with. If you're applying for jobs or if you're considering employment outside of the domain where you've gained that work experience, take a moment to describe the size of the company and the industry that they're in. The fifth component of your All-Star profile is your education. Make sure you list your college degree, your undergraduate, your master's degree, anything that would be considered a formal academic credential. Finally, the last component of your All-Star profile is your skills. Take the moment to articulate all those skills, all those core competencies. As I said, LinkedIn is just a giant search engine, so you want to make sure that you have the terms that are descriptive of your capabilities and those terms that the recruiters are going to be using to find you. Now, if you want to take your All-Star profile and turn it into something that is absolutely super stellar, there's 6 additional things you need to do. The first component to make your profile super stellar are your certifications. If you've got project management certifications, business analysis certifications, or any other professional certification that is related to your domain, make sure you list them in your LinkedIn profile and keep them up to date, because every now and again, as you need to renew your certifications, make sure your LinkedIn profile reflects that update. The second component of your super stellar LinkedIn profile is your volunteer experience. If you're involved with various organizations, take a moment to reference them in your profile, and particularly those organizations in which you play a leadership role, because it'll demonstrate to future employers that you're dedicated to your community as well as to your profession. The third piece to update your LinkedIn profile is the background behind your profile photo. I know LinkedIn gives you a standard graphic behind your photo. Take a moment to update it and show something that's more reflective of your personal brand or your industry, something that says a little bit more about your character. The fourth thing you might add to your profile to turn it into super stellar is some feature content. Add some links to your corporate website, add some links to a project that you've participated in or an article that you have published, or hey, even toss in your resume. Give people some content that they can download to learn more about you. The fifth component to turn your LinkedIn profile super stellar are recommendations. Take a moment to ask your supervisor to provide a recommendation for you. It's the modern equivalent of a letter of recommendation. Finally, take a moment to add some elements to that accomplishment section. Have you attended additional courses? Do you speak multiple languages? Did you ever receive an award? This is an element that you can use to round out the description of your personality and capabilities and give that extra little dimension. Finally, I promised you one additional bonus tip, and that bonus tip is to make sure that your profile stays current. There's nothing worse to a recruiter than finding a dead-end profile. Somebody that hasn't updated their career description in 10 years, their phone number is out of date, their email address is out of date, even their certifications are out of date. If you are a professional actively seeking work, you need to make sure that your LinkedIn profile stays current. So there you have it, 12 quick, simple steps to develop a super stellar LinkedIn profile to make sure that you can be found by recruiters and get that wonderful opportunity. Please take a moment to click that thumbs up icon and subscribe to catch future content from Projerra, and share the video with your friends. I'm sure they would love to benefit from this practical, pragmatic perspective as well. It's been my pleasure to speak with you today. If there's anything else I can help you with, please leave a comment in that section below. My name is Stephanie Lachman-Doucet, and this is Projerra, Practical Perspectives in IT Project Management and Business Analysis. Until we talk next time, take care.